my name is Kelsey and I have a small crochet business called Cozy Panda Crafts, and this is my first YouTube video, so very excited to be vlogging for the first time. I'm just gonna go through some of my market prepping. I have a market coming up in about 26 days and it's gonna be at a flea market, so we're gonna see how that works out. It's actually in my town, so hopefully that is a good market and a good turnout for me, because they host one about once every month until December, and then they have a break obviously for winter. So I feel like that would be a great consistent opportunity for me to go and be a vendor. And then I'm also going to talk a bit about the first two markets I did, having my crochet business and how that went. Unfortunately, I don't have much footage from that time, but I do have a couple pictures, which I will link here and here. Hopefully editing me does some magic. But yeah, let's get started with my day. So today I'm going to focus on trying to market prep as much of the little keychains and like smaller stuffed animals. Before we get started with some market prep, I wanted to introduce you all to a project that I finished about 2 weeks ago that I'm extremely proud of, and it's my Totoro. Look how cute! It's so chunky, it's so fluffy. I do not think I can part with Totoro. Unfortunately, this might be the one I keep, but I will custom make these, and I do sell them on my Etsy. If somebody orders, it'll be a custom made one, not this one, because he will be here with me forever, I fear. But yeah, so I was very happy to do this character. I love Studio Ghibli, and Danny Magpies is the one who made the pattern, so definitely go check out her Instagram. And of course, any patterns that I'm working on or I show you in this video, I'll link the creators in the description below. So if you have any questions, please feel free to ask if I forgot to tag someone or link the pattern. But yeah, I'm so excited to be starting today. So I'm going to be focusing on some smaller crochet stuff, mainly some keychains, because it is going to be a flea market and I've been there before. So I think it's a lot of like looking for more cheaper items, but I do feel that if somebody were to want like a more complex character, that they would purchase. So I'm gonna mainly focus on making the small ones first and the medium ones. I have a lot of yarn that I need to get rid of, so there's some colors that might not be the ideal or what I would have wanted, but I also need to work with the yarn I currently have, just because hopefully I'll be able to make some money from this flea market coming up. And they also have one in August, so at least I have two definitely confirmed, because it's like you kind of show up and get a spot. It's not necessarily you have to register for, but there's also not a lot of crochet people in this area, so I'm not like too worried, and I feel like my like catalog of stuff is diverse enough that I can, we can coexist with different crocheters in the market. And then I also signed up for two more. They're a bit away from me, but if accepted, I feel like I hope to do well in that area, just because I feel like there would be more people who go to like small market events. So I'm excited for that coming up, but let's get into it. Okay, so now my list of plushies. I will insert picture here so you can see what I'm looking at. So for keychains, I want to make about 24. I was thinking if I sell them at about like $5 to $6 each, that's more than double of what I'd be paying to vend at this place, which is $55. So I think that would be a good starting point, because if anything, small keychains will always sell. So I will make some octos, some whales. This stingray pattern seemed really cute. I don't know if I can make them into keychains, but I really liked it. There's a duck in a frog hat pattern that I also really like, so I'll do that. A chicken keychain pattern which I found, a blueberry, an orange, and a strawberry. So all of these are free patterns. For smaller crocheted stuff, I haven't really bought too many patterns, so I have been mainly relying on the free patterns, but I also want to make sure I have some variety. So like for example, in case there's a different crocheter at this market, that I'm not just doing the same thing that they are. And then small medium plushies, I want to do two caterpillars. They're by Jade Crochet, something like that. I can't remember their username right now, but I love the caterpillar pattern. It's so cute. Then 3 Pikachus, which is a bit of a stretch. Maybe I can get 2 Pikachus done. And then a capybara, which I think would be cute. This star pattern, which I found really adorable. Fruit cats. So I've been obsessed. Okay, I've been obsessed with these cats. And a lot of people have as well. So I actually made this flower cat. Like, look how cute it is. Oh my god. It's so chunky. It's so chunky. Yeah, it's so cute. But yeah, so I want to make at least 2 more of these flower cats. And then there's also some fruit themed cats, which I think would be really cute. So I could do like strawberry and maybe 1 watermelon, or maybe a blueberry, like strawberry and blueberry cat, because then I'll have strawberry and blueberry keychains. So I think that would be really cute. And I also have this cat, but in a different size, which I'll show you. It's a tuxedo cat, but look how cute. And this is made with brunette blanket, which is why. And then I mainly use Parfait Chunky for like anything like this color, which is super cute, but the size difference is crazy. So I think these will probably sell for about 15 because they're tinier, and the flower, yeah, it's a nice detail, but it's not too much work, so I'm not charging for that. And then this big guy, probably for 20, just because it's quite big. It's pretty easy to make, but I underestimated how much yarn it would take. But yeah, so I mainly use Brunette, Parfait, and also Sweet Snuggles Light. So for example, Totoro was made with Sweet Snuggles Light and Chenille Home Slim, which I really like. So it comes out bigger than if I had just used Parfait Chunky, because with Premiere you have to order, so it can take some time. But Michaels usually has like the Sweet Snuggles Light in stock and also a bunch of coupons. So that's why I have like 3 different types of yarn, but I enjoy it a lot. So I think for today I'm going to get started and work on some octos, which I think is probably the easiest pattern to start with. I was gonna do 3 of them because they are popular, but I also don't just want to have like army of octos and like no other creatures. So I think like 24 like keychain things should be okay, as long as I have like, you know, a lot of variety. Should work out well. So let's get to making some octos, and I will see you when I'm done working on those. Hi everyone, it's actually a couple days later from when I shot the first part of this video, so I just want to show you what I've been working on. So far, I have this really cute sunflower cat. I was like, this is adorable. I think I'm gonna make at least another one of these for the flea market event. And then I went to Michael's and I caved and bought some more Burnett blanket because I had a coupon, okay? And look how cute! It's a little green cat. I feel like I will also make another one. The only thing is that he came out a little crooked. I don't know how to show you, but a little crooked. It's okay though. It's super cute, super cute. And then as for keychains, I did work on those octos like I said I would. And let me show you what I have so far. So I have these 4 octos, and I have yet to make them into keychains. I will make them into keychains probably last, just because that'll be so satisfying to do so many keychains at once. But oh, we saw nothing. We saw nothing. And then I will get my poor octo. Okay, octo is safe and sound. Let me show you what else I worked on. I made these mini oranges, which came out smaller than intended. So if I make these into keychains, which I probably will, it'll be about $3 for them, whereas the octos are about $5. And then I also wanted to try this new octo pattern because the like legs were made in a different way, and I was like, let me try that. Came out much bigger than expected. So I made this one. It is really cute, but I put the eyes like a row down, and they were supposed to be just a little too big for my liking to still be at that $5, you know, keychain price. So I will sell this one separately, but it is actually really cute. The eyes are a little weird, but hopefully it'll go to a nice home. I don't think I'll make more of these, but I really enjoyed this one. And then I also wanted to show you all these gummy bears I made for my second market. I sold none of these, but I made them because I needed smaller items, especially since I was going to an elementary school, because that's where my second market was, and that was in April. and I thought these would be a good item to have, but I didn't sell any of these. So I'm gonna make them into keychains and hopefully they'll sell. So also for $5. And I have 4 of those as well. So hopefully we get some more. And I'm gonna make more octos because right now I have 4, and I know I originally said 3, right? Because I wanted to have about 24 different keychains because I'm gonna make like different varieties. But octos are popular. My only thing with octos is that they are so popular that if there's another crochet artist, they will probably also have octos. So that's why I'm like debating, do I make more, do I not make more, because these are a really popular item. But that's what I did for keychains. And now I'm working on the caterpillar pattern I told you about. So I made the 2 heads using the yarn I got, which is the Premier Gumdrop. I kept the like packaging just for this moment, but I love this yarn. Before I end the video, I wanted to talk about the 2 markets that I have done, especially, you know, in starting my crochet business. So the first one I did took place in March. It was at an elementary school, and it was like 3 towns over, not too far actually, which was great for me because it was my first one. It costed about like $60, I think, to vend there. And it was actually hosted by another small business. So one of the moms on their committee is a small business owner, and she was the one who was organizing it. So I felt pretty comfortable going there. However, the event actually didn't go very well, which I was kind of sad about, but it was my first event. So I wasn't really expecting like I'm gonna sell everything out and, you know, make a lot of money. But it just didn't, like, I made back my table cost, but not much more than that. And the main reason for that is that it was raining. It was pouring that day. Like, there was a really bad like thunderstorm, and it was just not good, obviously. And the event was rain or shine because it was indoors. And so obviously not a lot of people are gonna be coming out to shop in the middle of a thunderstorm. So that was already one thing. And then the second thing was she accepted multiple crochet vendors. She had about actually 4. And one of them being like one of the students who actually goes to the school. So I was like, well, I can't compete with a kid who actually has clientele, you know, with, you know, their peers. Like that's not it's something that was gonna be, you know, there. And I feel like there is like time and place where like crochet vendors can coexist, but when you have like 4 of them, one of them, she didn't make too many plushies, more like acrylic stuff and like washcloths or clothes or bags. So you know, I wasn't really like in competition with her. But the other crocheters, they also had plushies, and for them they also had more variety of smaller items, which, you know, was bad on my part because it was my first market and I really wasn't too prepared with smaller items. So that's, you know, something I learned from that time. But I still enjoyed it. Would I go back? Probably not, just because the you know, like committee accepted so many crochet people and it was hard to, you know, compete with so many people. Like even if we have different items, the prices are still, you know, varying, and then there's 4 different places people could shop at. So I just wouldn't go back there probably. And then the second market I did was in my hometown. It was at an elementary school as well. And this one, I feel like it went well. I also just made back my table fee. I came prepared with a couple more, you know, smaller items this time. The caterpillar like flew off the shelf. Oh, my yarn is gone. The caterpillar flew off the shelf. So I know that it was definitely popular. And that's why I'm making more. I'm making at least 2 more with this yarn. And then I think this is enough, right? This will make it? No. Yeah, I think this will make it. Sorry. I just want to make sure I don't like mess this one up. So I'm making more caterpillars because at that event, also not too much foot traffic, but to be fair, it was a nice day outside. But to be fair, my town, we don't usually have like this kind of stuff. And I feel like, you know, it's a great step forward to allow, you know, small businesses to have, you're gonna see that I'm cutting the different colors just because for the caterpillar it's easier to differentiate. But my town is not used to having this kind of like event, so I understand why there wasn't a lot of people coming, and I think that if we have more traffic for next time, it'll be a good, good show. It's just like hard to know like what has been promoted, and what would do well, even if it is the first time. So that's something to keep in mind if you're also looking at other shows. But yeah, that was basically how my first two markets went, and now I'm just getting ready to do the flea market. And then I have one more big market that's going to be like 8 hours long, confirmed for a park in a city by where I live, which tends to get a lot of foot traffic, so I really hope that I'll do well there. But I just seriously have to market prep like crazy in order to have enough stock to sell there. And I did pay a higher fee, so it's about $100 for that event compared to the flea market, which I know is about similar in length. But I think the amount of foot traffic and the amount of people willing to pay, a little more expensive for the like bigger items, I think it'll be worth it. So we'll see. And I will have at least one more market prep video before the flea market just to show you some of the bigger items I'm working on. And then I'll have a vlog of how it went at the market. So thank you so much for joining me for my first video. Truly appreciate you. Leave a like, a comment, subscribe. Let me know what you'd like to see from me, or any comments you have on the video. But thank you so much. Bye bye.